Hello everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today, well actually first off, this is the second time that I'm recording this intro because I did it and had yogurt in the corner of my mouth the entire time, like 5 minutes in. So here we go again. And today we have such an exciting video. As you can see by the title, we are following Hilary Duff's makeup tutorial. I am such a huge fan of Hilary Duff. I'm a 90s baby. I grew up watching Lizzie McGuire and I freaking love her. The very first makeup tutorial that I ever followed was from Marlene Estelle. She did a look and it was titled like makeup look inspired by Hilary Duff. I followed that tutorial so many times. I loved it. I had it down. I didn't even need to follow it anymore. I just did it because I had it memorized. So when I was scrolling through Instagram this morning and she had on her Instagram that she did this makeup tutorial with Vogue, of course I'm following it. Like, duh. But also, another thing, I do not have all of the same products that Hilary uses in her video. Girl likes some expensive makeup, so I do have quite a few items, but not nearly everything that she uses, but I have pulled items that obviously I think are pretty similar in the way that they work and tone and all that good stuff, so I think I covered everything. Ooh, uploads are every Tuesday and Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like I should mention that in the beginning, but alright, now let's get started.
Really wake up your skin. You have time. Pushing in the product with this Nurse Jamie tool is such a dream. I never have a ton of time.
Okay, so the first thing that she is using is the Nurse Jamie tool, which I do not have. That thing's expensive, as is, like I said, a lot of things that she uses. But what I do have are these rose quartz face massagers. Here we go. These do feel good. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's see what's next.
The neck for sure needs love because if you're a face sleeper like me, I'm just like smashed up on my face when I sleep. These guys can really get creasy. I've just recently started using this Pericone MD and I love it. I really feel like you want your skin to breathe and don't want to have a heavy coating of foundation on. I have it on my hand here. I'm going to dab. And this is super sheer. It does layer. I'm using the point and I'm kind of rolling my beauty blender into all the little corners, like my eyes.
I do not have the Pericone MD foundation. I looked it up. That thing is $60. So something that I have that is comparable is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand just like she did. Did I say I have this in 5.5? I have it in 5.5. The only issue is that this is a little dark for me. So I am going to take one pump of my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear in 415. I mix that up on the back of my hand. And I'm dipping my beauty blender in there and I'm just going to get a nice light coverage, similar to how she did it. And then she kept using this like rolling technique around here. Never done that before. Wow, look at that shade match. Dang, that's good. I definitely think this looks similar to what she had. Like you can still see my imperfections coming through, but it still very much looks like my skin. That's also why I wanted to use the L'Oreal. Actually, both of these foundations are very much known for looking like your skin but better type of deal. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Okay, let's see what she does next.
It is Chanel. It's a bronzer, a cream bronzer. I'm in need of a new one because I use it so much. There's like brush hairs in there. I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm going to swirl all the way around and start my cheekbones And I'm going just underneath, and I want to accentuate where it caves in a bit to give me a little bit more of a cheekbone. I'm also going to put it on my eyes. I'm also going to get up here. I'm going to brush my chin with my sponge. I'm not getting extra product. I'm just using what I have. And then this was another tip someone taught me when I was pretty young, was you want to create like a W across your face. Down, up over your nose, down, and up again. And it's really easy. I've just started using concealer.
So as we just saw, she used the very expensive Chanel bronzer. What I have is my Milk Makeup Cream Bronzer in Baked. And you've seen me use this before on my channel. I really love this product. And if you haven't seen it as much, it actually is coming up. But she takes the tip of her beauty blender and just gets a little bit on there. And then she did like a little bit right here to accentuate her already extreme cheekbones. And again, she was doing this like pulling motion. She put some on her eyes and then a little bit on her forehead, which I'm a huge fan of doing the forehead. I'm sure you guys already know because I do it in every single video. And she used whatever was left over on her chin, probably because her face shape is so like, it seems like she actually knows like how to play with her face shape. I have kind of a pointy chin. I'll do the same thing, whatever. And then she did the W. All right, and then it sounded like she was gonna jump into concealer.
Under my eyes. And I have gotten into this Glossier concealer. It's really light, using a flat brush by Clé de Peau. I'm gonna start with my eye.
Okay, that was it for concealer. Okay, I know that's a pretty sheer, like not full coverage product. So I'm going to try to use my Maybelline Age Rewind and sheer it out a bit. And I have these in the shades Fair and Medium. One is for when I'm tan, one is for when I'm pale, and I'm very in between right now. This is the most similar brush that I have to what she used. It is a Smashbox 3, and this is definitely an eyeshadow brush, but it's a little fluffy, and I don't see why you couldn't use it for liquids or creams or whatever concealer is. What I'm going to do is twist up some concealer in both of these. And I'm going to go right onto the applicator. And I'm just going to mix them just right on the brush. Maybe I'll do a little bit more of the medium shade because that looked a little light. Because it didn't really look like she was highlighting with the concealer. It was more just to cover up her non-existent dark circles. This is definitely the sheerest I've ever gotten this concealer to look, that's for sure. Which I like it. And I'm just going to jump right into curling my lashes since I can see that's what she's doing now already.
Chantecaille has this very pretty cream eyeshadow, but long nails right now. I want to create a little bit more of a crease. I like this side better. So I'm going to create that by going a little bit above my crease and on my lid. I'm going to use a flat brush. This MAC brush has been my friend for a very long time. Same product. And I'm going to create a shadow. Smudgy. I don't like anything too perfect.
Okay, so I do not have a darker cream shadow like that. That's matte. What I'm going to try to use instead is my KKW contour stick in light 1. She has a very cool toned product there, and this is a contour stick. It's cool toned. Let's see how this works out. So I definitely have very oily eyelids, so it does kind of scare me a little to use this, but it's all that I've got. And I think it's really important to use a cream instead of a powder in this scenario. I feel like that's something that you commonly see with celebrities and celebrity makeup artists, is that they use a lot of cream products. They don't use powders. I mean, they use powders to set things, but their initial thing is cream. And I think it's because it gives such a natural look. It's one of those where it's like coming from within type of things. It was more important to me that I use a cream even if it isn't intended for eyeshadow, instead of using a powder. And then she uses a flat, fluffy brush. Hers is from MAC. I don't have that one, but I have a Morphe M166, which is flat, little fluffy. It looked similar to hers, so hopefully it works out. And she looked like she dragged it down pretty far, since she likes the very smudgy and not too precise look, which is right up my alley. Let's see what's next. I mean, I know what's next, but let's watch what's next.
I have these two products by Stila. My makeup artist on Younger introduced me to them. They're so much fun. And I think I'm gonna go for the non-glitter today and just the kind of wet looking shimmer. I'm gonna put it straight on. And then it dries, so if you want to, just make sure there's no weird lines from that brush. I'm going back to my Chanel bronzer for a second because I want a little, just using this flat brush, again, that I used with the Chantecaille product. I just want a little more bronzy under here. And then I'm going to do that, a quick brush under my eye with this. It's okay if you get it in your lashes because we're going to cover that up with mascara. So I'm going to just add a little bit more glitter here. This is a product I just bought, and it's a peachy tone.
I have the Stila Shimmer and Glow. I feel like these have been making a lot of appearances in my videos lately. I will link them down below, but I just used another Shimmer and Glow, the Vivid Smoky Quartz shade, in my Playing with Old Makeup, and it did not go well. Spoiler alert, it sucked. And I even said in that video maybe it would be better as a top coat, and that seems to be what she's doing. And then I just used the Glitter and Glow in my St. Patrick's Day. I totally forgot. I'm wearing green because I'm uploading this on St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. What up? Now back to this one. But yeah, I'm going to do just how she did. And hers must be way more dried out because wow, look at that. That is crazy metallic. Okay, I'm gonna take my first brush that we used with the contour stick and spread that out. This is also in the shade Kitten because they don't say that in the video, but it is tagged on there. And I just dipped right in there. Okay, and then from there she put this on underneath. Okay, and then as for that Natasha Denona, she has the crystal top coat things. I don't have those either. So what I have here is the ColourPop Golden State of Mind Shadow Palette. And there is a nice peachy shade right here, because that's what she said, it was peachy. So I feel like this is the thing that I have that is closest to that, because these are glittery, and that is Golden Egg. So I'm just going to take, again, the same brush and dip in there just a little bit. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I think that's giving a similar effect. Look at that. I would have never ever put any of these products together like this. Not probably in a million years. Also, because I haven't even used this shadow palette in like, it's been a long time, I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty.
Here, I like to do little strokes so they hopefully look like hair. If I don't have time to put my brows on, then I'll use Boy Brow by Glossier, and that helps fill in a little bit of the holes and keeps the brow hairs up. I have to go outside the lines a bit just to give me that full brow that I pray for. Now, I ordered about 200 of these little sticks on Amazon. They're a dream, and you can push your product up a little bit. Every day I get a good brow. It's only one, it's never both. And I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to use Glossier's Boy Brow. Brown is my favorite color.
So she moved on to brows. She used a brow pomade, so I'm going to use a brow pomade. She seemed to have a very Like she even said, she wanted a fluffy brow. So I'm going to use my Morphe M158 instead of my Anastasia 12. This brush is just a little longer and more flexible, so it kind of gives a fluffier look to my brows. And they sped through hers, so I guess let's speed through mine. I like how she bought like 200 of those spoolies on Amazon. Like, girl, just get yourself a brush. And just how she said, you always have like one good and one bad brow. This is my troublesome brow, this side. And then she is using the Glossier Boy Brow, which I actually used to have that product. It is the very first and only brow gel that I've ever gone through an entire one of. And now I'm out of it. The Glossier Boy Brow is definitely known for being like volumizing because it has fibers in it. The Benefit Gimme Brow is very similar to that, but I'm not going to use that one because the shade that she's using is brown. She very clearly has blonde hair. Funny fact, one time in college took a picture of Hilary Duff with fresh, like platinum blonde hair, more blonde than she is now, and I was about this color, and I went in and said, this is what I want. And needless to say, my hair, I lost like 6 inches to it that day. So anyway, back to, she has blonde hair. She has blonde hair. She's using the shade brown instead of blonde. So she's obviously using something darker. So I'm going to use my beloved L'Oreal Boost and Set Brow Mascara because this one is actually dark enough and Making Me Brow is not dark enough.
Swirl. I tap some of it off. I'm going to put it above where I bronzed. So a little right underneath my eye. My brush is shedding. Like almost like a little C here. Well, what I really like to do is use, this is a Nude Sticks, love Nude Sticks. I like to highlight the top of my lip to accentuate the shape there. Make sure you make sure you blend that in with your finger. And the tip of my nose. And I can just draw a little line for a tiny bit of product after I've blended this. I'm getting kind of dewy, so I'm going to use a powder.
Before she jumps into her powder, the highlight that I'm going to use today is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I feel like there's a lot of products, not too many, but there's a couple products in this video that will also be in an upcoming one, so I apologize, but I didn't know she was going to use such expensive things. I'm going to take a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to mix in all three. By Terry is super expensive, and I don't know if Hourglass is as expensive, but I figured we'd use this. It's also very much like a glow from within product. It's not glittery at all, and I seriously doubt that the one she's using is glittery. Just how she said, I'm going to put this in like a C shape right around here. And I don't have that Nude Sticks or any liquid highlighter actually, so I'm just going to use this. I think that's good.
And I'm going to use a fluffy brush and just powder some zones that, not a lot, get a little dewy, okay? I'm using Hoola by Benefit. It's just a bronzer. It's nice because it doesn't have any shimmer, any shine to it. And I'm going to do my W one more time and accentuate my jawline. And this is where I'm going to make my neck the same color as my face. I'm not going to put product all the way down there. So it usually should match if you just dust with bronzer. I'm going to do my mascara.
Oh my gosh, okay. For powder, she is using a compact powder, and I looked at the description box and I'm pretty sure that's actually a powder foundation, but I'm just going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I'm just getting some on my brush, and I'm just gonna do this in my T-zone, I guess, because that looks about where she did it. Honestly, I am so surprised that I have not used any powder so far, right? The only powder I've used is that highlighting powder, and I just realized that I'm looking in here and I'm like, holy crap, my skin looks freaking awesome. And then she also used her bronzer. I have the Hoola bronzer, and I also use this in my sample size products, which I'll link down below. I think I already said that. And she uses the same brush, so I'm just dipping in there a little bit. And she said she does the W again. All right, and then she took this bronzer down her neck, which I also always do. She did the jawline. All right, and then it sounds like she's going to do mascara. Let's watch that.
I don't want to make my, I don't want to have a cat eye, basically. I want to have a awake looking eye. So I tend to not put product all the way in the center. All the way on the outskirts over here. Maybe at the bottom, right by your lash line, that's okay. But if you want that awake eye, like glob some of the product on in the center. The bottom lashes, I want to cover up the makeup I got on them, but I don't want to be scary spider eyes. So I'm giving a light coat.
Check it out, you guys. I finally threw out my little mini Lancome Monsieur Big mascara, and I'm opening up a new one. How exciting. The reason why I picked this mascara was because the wand looked very similar to the one that she used, and that was my thought process for that. I'm trying to focus this more on the inner part of my eye as opposed to the outside, since she said she doesn't like it out there, but I am going to touch just like she did. So I'm going to do what she did, and I just coated the lashes, and then I'm taking my spoolie and I'm just like turning it to get off some of the mascara.
Use my same bronzer brush. I'm just going to continue here. I took a little bit of glitter from this pot of Too Faced shimmer that's lasted me forever, and I'm just giving a little bit more glow. And I'm almost done, I promise.
For blush, I picked my Wet n Wild Color Icon in Pearlescent Pink. I think it looks very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury one that she used, because it seemed like there was a little bit of shimmer in there, and this has a gold reflect. And same brush again. Let's see, it looks like she dusted like right here. And she went across her nose again. And then from there, she took a loose pigment that seems like a glitter or something from Too Faced, which I don't have that. And what I do have is from Bare Minerals, the Mineral Veil in Illuminating. This definitely has a little bit of glitter in it. There we go. I think that definitely gave the same effect that she had.
I'm going to contour my nose a tiny bit right here on this line, and maybe a tiny bit on my cheek, and just right here. I do this after the fact to make sure I don't look too contoured, but it is kind of a nice touch too.
And she contours afterwards. How odd. Which I guess I didn't really put any powder in those areas, so it makes me a little nervous though, but I guess it should be fine. I'm just doing it in the same areas that she did. And she used, again, like the pulling motion a little. See, I don't know if I like that, because then I feel like I got too much contour like out here. I'm just taking my Stay Matte powder, and I know she doesn't do this, but
I'm following the line, and I'm only going to make it a little bigger in the middle there, okay? Just a tiny bit. Here comes the scary part. I'm going to fill in that Cupid's bow, YSL. I'm cleaning up these sides. I want those sharp, and I want the top one a little softer. Maybe you'll need just a little bit of powder. So powder up, just a bit. This is an amazing product, And this is amazing if you...
She's using the Laura Mercier lip pencil in Chestnut, and I looked it up, and the closest thing I think I have is from NYX, and it is Nude Truffle. Alright, and then she overlines her Cupid's bow, which I actually also do, because I feel like mine is so intense, and that's not what's really in right now, so... Alright, I think mine is definitely a little bit more brown than hers, but I'm okay with that. It's fine. And then, another product that you'll be seeing in an upcoming video, she used a YSL lipstick, so I'm going to use a YSL lipstick. And honestly, what she used was pretty pink, and I do not have anything that pink in my collection. Pinks that color look freaking horrible on me, so this is really the lightest, pinkiest lipstick I have, and it's by the same company. It's Bougie AF, so... Also with this YSL lipstick, it is very, very lightweight and has, as you can see, like it has like a sheen to it. And it's a very, very thin formula, and I think it's pretty obvious in this video. And there's nothing else that I have like that in my collection except for YSL. She did go back in with her powder, and it seems like she kind of just touched up around here. And then the last thing that she does is she sprays an SPF all over, which I don't have a sprayable SPF, so I think that is it. Like I said, I love Hilary Duff, and this makeup look to me is very much like that celebrity makeup look. It's very different from Instagram makeup. I think that's it. Instagram makeup is very like harsh contour, bright under eye, wings liner, you know, like boom, boom, boom. That's the only way I can think of describing it. Whereas this, everything is just so soft. And again, I think it's the cream products. I think there's a reason why celebrities use cream products, and it's like, wow, look at her glow from within. And it's like, nope, it's just a cream product. But anyway, I was excited to do this today. If you guys liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe. I upload every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all the makeup that I used today will be linked down in the description box below. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and go have a good one. Bye. Vegan, there are sirens going off. What's my camera doing? I've never seen that before.